What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet, and this is my rambling series. It's my vlogging series. I call it my rambling series, in which I talk about life, the universe, and everything around us, and things that are particularly interesting to me, and specifically what's happening in my life pretty often, the things that I find cool. I hope you enjoy that, and bear with me. If you don't, there's plenty of other things to watch on the channel, like a brand new Francis video I just uploaded, and I think you'll really like it. If you haven't noticed, things look a little different right now. My camera's tilted differently, and that's because I'm in a different chair. My old chair is right here behind me. A lot of people are always fascinated. Boogie, what do you set in to hold your fatness? Well, it's just been this old steel chair here that I got from a gaming store when it shut down 2 or 3 years ago. I got a couple of these chairs, and man, they work wonders. They're so comfortable for me. They're not that comfortable, but I'm not as comfortable as recliner, but they do a good job, and it's held up. Just a little bit of wear on the plastic over there. The chair I'm in right now is meant to be like a dining room table, or maybe even like a, I don't know, what do you call them, just set in a corner of a room. I don't know. It's too low to the ground. I do have an office chair coming tomorrow, and I know a lot of people on Twitter have asked me what office chair I got. If it does work out, I will be more than glad to give a brand shout out to them. But it's nothing special. It's just something I got off Amazon. But I'm trying to be more comfortable so I can stream more and I can be in front of my PC more. Because I've been having a lot of pain issues lately. And I want to talk about that towards the end of the video, because I've had a really rough week. But before we do that, I want to talk about YouTube in general a little bit here. And what I want to talk about to start is thank you for watching this rambling video. Some of you really like the rambling series and the vlogging series, and some of you really don't. And thank you for watching the Francis video if you watch it. Some of you really like that, and some of you don't. And that's the thing. My channel has always been a variety channel, and I've talked about this many, many times. YouTube has emailed me, and I've talked to YouTubers representatives, and they tell me the same thing over and over again. Be consistent. Do the thing you do well and do it often. I don't know what I do well. I just create stuff. I don't have a business behind me. I don't have a multi-channel network. I don't have an agent. I don't have a writer. It's just me. I just make whatever feels good and whatever is in my head that I need to get out and share with you. And I do feel certain responsibilities, certain types of content. I want to make a rambling video at least once a week. I want to make a Francis video as often as they seem funny. I want to keep up on gaming news because that's something that's really interesting to me. I want to do my unboxings because I love doing unboxings. Like right now, like right here, right next to me, is I got a bunch of imports of Amiibo here, and I wanted to do an unboxing for this over the weekend, but I'm afraid to do more unboxings. But I want to do them. But sometimes more content is not always better. So I have to keep that in mind. That's something else YouTube will tell you. But that's one of the biggest problems. If you love the rambling videos, and chances are because you've made it this far into this one, you do, you might be disappointed in some of the other content. And that's bad for YouTube's algorithm. And that bothers me sometimes. I'm like, man, maybe I should concentrate. Maybe I should pick the thing everybody likes to watch. Maybe I should da-da-da-da-da. And then sometimes here's what I realize. I don't really care about your algorithm, YouTube. I don't really care that much. Like, I'm making enough money to be comfortable. I'm famous enough to where people recognize me. I make a lot of connections. Like, that's what's important. Like, that's what's important. Not about numbers and getting the maximized number of views. It's about this. The people that connect with the Francis videos, the people that connect to the gaming news, the people that connect to the unboxings, the people that connect to the rambling series, the people that connect to the sketches. It's all about this. You know, at the end of the day, eventually I will shuffle off of this mortal coil, and no matter how many toys I bought or how many games I played or however much money I've managed to accrue, it doesn't, is that the right word? It doesn't matter. This mattered. You'll remember me. And will hopefully begin and improve your life in some way, even if I just kept you distracted for a period of time. So who cares how YouTube's algorithm? If my audience is split by 5 different types of content, I'll deal with it because it's 5 times the people I get to reach in some ways. I don't know. But this is kind of stuff I think about when I'm down. And here's what I've been down. My pain levels have been very weird lately. Now, as you guys know, I have a condition called lymphedema in my legs. If you don't know what that is, basically due to a venous insufficiency in my leg and due to a failure in my lymph system, lymph cannot travel from my legs back up into my body very easily. I have to wear compression socks. I have to keep my legs above my heart a certain number of hours a day. It makes it very difficult to walk. It makes it very difficult to sit up. It makes it very difficult to lay down. It makes it very painful to just do much of anything. It's very debilitating at the stage that I have it in. If you catch it early on like we did, you can keep it from getting worse, and we did over the last 20 years. But 20 years is a long time, and your body eventually changes. And I've been thinking about that a lot. Like, I've been really down on myself because I've thought, what could I have done different? What can I have changed? I think back to some of the decisions I made when I was a kid, like when I was 15, that could have led to a different path. And I think about a lot of the things that were out of my control too, like the physical abuse and the mental abuse, the sexual abuse. I don't like talking about that. The stuff that led to the anxiety disorders, and just the fact that I'm crazy. Like, let me put it a different way. I've said this before and I'll say it again. In order to love something, you have to accept the good with the bad. Like, you have to see it as a whole and accept all of it. And I want to love myself that deeply one day. I certainly don't today, but I want to love myself deeply. In order to do that, I have to accept everything that's bad about me, everything that's wrong. And in order to do that, I have to be aware of it. I also have to be aware of the good, which is very difficult too. That's the hardest part, but for most of us. But anyway, let's get back on point. The bad stuff, you think about like how crazy I am with the anxiety and the depression and the self-loathing, and then the physical stuff, the eating disorder and what it's done to my body, and like the hatred of never being able to overcome that. That is very negative stuff, and it's very difficult to deal with. It's very painful stuff. And sometimes I get lost in that. I try to convince myself, like if that hadn't happened, if I could have changed something, if I could have fixed this, if I could have prevented it. But I came to a realization last night, and I just wanted to share it with you in today's video. And it's wonderful. It's just wonderful. Everything I've gone through, all of that abuse, all that misery, being a homeless in my 20s, the bad breakups, the failed relationships, it all led to today, right here, right now, me and you, my wife specifically. But it led to me becoming the person that I am. And every failure I ever made with the small businesses I built or the jobs I tried to hold down, it all led to this. It all led to this drive and desire to create YouTube and to create videos for you and to stream video games for you and to connect with you. And I'm so fucking happy about that. I'm like so proud of that. Like, I feel like I really accomplished my life goal in that. But all of that bad stuff that happened led me to that point. And I'm so happy it did. Like, I wouldn't change it because this may not have happened. I might not have ever made my first YouTube video or my 1,000th YouTube video or coming up on my 1,500th YouTube video. And I wouldn't have met you. And I met my wife through one of those YouTube videos. And she changed my life for the better in ways that's immeasurable. And the connection with you when I go to a con, when I meet you at a grocery store, when we hang out, as friends, or if we just pass each other and say hello, man, that is all I ever wanted and all I ever needed. And if the price to pay is that I have to be pretty fat and crazy, fair trade, honestly. This has been a bit of a breakthrough week. Weight's holding steady. I haven't gained any, even through this last week of severe issues. So I'm happy about that. Been playing a lot of video games. Been playing Puzzles and Dragons. Not the app, but the 3DS version. The one skin for Mario. A lot of fun. Been playing that on my off time. Been playing a lot of H1Z1 on stream this week. No, I'm not going to TwitchCon, and no, I will not be participating in the H1Z1 Invitational because I'm terrible at the game, and I also wasn't invited. That's the invite part of Invitational. Been playing Magic with my friends on the weekends, then watching Game of Thrones with the wife. Man, that show is good. That show is real good. I'm so glad. We're almost caught up. And I don't know if I already mentioned that in this take of this video, because I did one take before. But if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But if you haven't watched that show, you should. I don't know how I'll go back to the other shows we watch. I honestly don't. Blacklist is good. It ain't that. Better Call Saul, great. It's still not Game of Thrones. Damn. Me and my wife have been buying up Game of Thrones toys too lately. Adding to the collection of plastic crap. I don't know why. Because they're cheap. That's why. Because they're very inexpensive. All right, well, guys, do me a favor. We're almost at the end of an 11-minute rambling video. Thank you for watching that. I really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me talk about this stuff. I got a lot of videos I want to make. I'm very excited to have another great week of making videos for you guys after a short weekend of resting and hanging out with my wife and my friends. Tell me something. Would we use the word invite in your comments section below? Let me know what you have ever been invited anywhere that was cool? Have you ever not been inviting somewhere that's cool? Do you find something particularly inviting? Could you invite me to something? Whatever. If you use that word in your comment, I'll know you made it all the way to the end of this 11-minute video, and I sure as hell will appreciate it. Thanks for listening. I love you guys very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. Another great week of YouTube. Those of you going back to school this week or next week, good luck. Stay in school. Pay attention. Trust me, I wish I had. But then again, maybe I wouldn't be here. 3 years of college. I did 3 years of college. I didn't finish the fourth. I'm an idiot. All that student loan debt for nothing.